Okay, good evening, students. It's now starting to record our lessons. We continue our discipline in art and technology, arts and communications. Today we will a little bit repeat previous lessons. Is ATC instructions? It is exactly. I mean, particularly if it's about the delivery. In Tashkent we have delivery controller. Just we last lesson discussed about it. Not all airports in Uzbekistan have this delivery, controller. This is responsible in functions of delivery will be performed by the tower, by the other controllers, maybe tower, maybe the ground, etc. Okay, delivery gives instructions, and delivery also checks communications. Delivery also can give can give some weather information and other information about delays, etc. Also check communication and check time. Okay. Here in aviation rules 96, there is also instructions from delivery controller. There is no example how to ask for ATC clearance, but in the previous version of the aviation rules, I remember just asking after call sign this, just tell them destination and flight level. It means asking ATC clearance. Do you remember that, Suhra? Just tell destination, or example, Nukus and flight level. It means asking the ATC clearance. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It means so controller will understand just pilot asking ATC clearance for his route, for his destination. Example: Tashkent delivery, Uzbek 411, destination Nukus, flight level 320. So it means delivery will give if they're ready, if there's no problem en route, this area is clear, he will give in this order. Uzbek 411 Tashkent delivery, clear to Nukus, Dodur 1 Alpha departure, initially climb flight level 120, squawk 4401, slot time 0510, after airborne contact approach 1252. So there is one moment we discussed about it. Greetings. On the first contact, after just calling the opposite call sign and then following his call sign, there should be greetings. It's recommended. Greetings may be in any language. For example, for German, you may say Guten Tag. In Uzbekistan, you may say just Assalamu alaikum. For just Muslim countries, also in Arabic, you can say Assalamu alaikum. In Russian, Доброе утро, добрый день. In somewhere, maybe in the Polish, you may say just Dzień dobry. In Italian, buongiorno. In French, bonjour, etc. In I don't remember exactly. Saladikab can be used in Bangkok, I think. So in any language, we can use greetings. Just you may some kind of compliment, just for make happy. It's also in background. It looks like respectable. Okay, you respect this your pilot, the controller, and you can use any greetings. So once again, after the calling, the opposite unit and call sign, there's greetings, then information. Tashkent delivery, Uzbek 411, good evening, destination Nukus, flight level 320. And in the same order, this delivery will be said, Uzbek 411, Tashkent delivery, good evening, clear to Nukus Nodur 1 Alpha departure, initial climb flight level 120, squawk 4401, slot time 0510, after airborne contact approach 1252. So, Suhrab,
Yes.
Can you tell me what does it mean, Dodur 1 Alpha?
It is from seat.
SID.
SID.
So Dodur is, okay, Dodur is waypoint on the seat. He's right. is SID name. Since Dodur is in one point, is last point usually in this SID. Is SID we need to connect from the departure aircraft to connect with the route airway. So it's like a route, just a connecting route to the airway from aerodrome departure. 1 alpha is index, 1 alpha, 2 alpha for this post star. We can also use Dodur 2, Bravo, etc. Departure means so it's connected with the departure aircraft, SID. What does it mean initial climb, flight level 120? Why is this we use this initial climb? Sahrab, initial climb.
Uh,
Do you remember? Who
yes,
is remember?
I remember, but I cannot tell.
You cannot explain it, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's initial. It's the first cleared
Yes,
flight
the first
level.
flight level.
The first cleared flight level, because it's asked. Do you remember? He said Uzbek 401 said destination Nukos flight level 320. It means route flight level is cruising level is flight level 320. Initial flight level 120 is first cleared altitude. Upon reaching the flight level, is area is clear, maybe approach control, or maybe Tashkent, if this control zone can reclear this further climb. Okay. What does it mean, squawk 4401?
May say pin to transponder.
Okay, transponder. Yes. Yeah, it's connected with transponder because we use it's radar control, and radar works in a two-way with the onboard equipment is transponder. Transponder just should select its 4 numbers code. This is for this this example. For this route, he gives 4401. Okay, 7700 and 7600 and 7500 is reserved for emergency situations. So what does it mean 7700? When we can use 7700?
Situation.
Huh?
Emergency situation.
In emergency situation, yeah, in a technical failure, etc. What about 7600?
Confail.
What fail?
Confail. Communication fails.
Communication fail. Good. What about 7500?
Hijack.
When terrorist attacks the enemy, it means when hijacked aircraft. Okay.
Hijack, yes.
Hijacked. Okay. So it's when some interference from the people who is not connected with performing flight, usually terrorists or someone else. It's in that time, pilots in the crew should select the code 7500. Upon selecting this code, in a display of the ATC control, there will be appeared a red warning in sounds. So it will be separately from other aircrafts, and all just actions, all just attention will be just directed to this aircraft. It's a dangerous situation. Okay, good. Do you remember slot time? Slot time. I just shortly explained also slot time.
It's departure time, inactive time.
Departure time, not exactly time. Yes, it's a slot time. It gives some kind of room, little bit some room. -5 means maybe 10 plus 10 minutes here. So is it last departure time should be 0510? Yeah. Okay, good. It's connected with departure time. About further explanation about slot time, you can find in the internet. I showed you about it, and If you want, we can discuss in the later lessons when we discuss with the departure aircraft and etc. Okay, after airborne contact approach 125.2, it means, what does it mean 125.2? What is it?
Frequency.
Frequency, yes. Whose frequency? Frequency. It is whose frequency?
Approach.
Approach, yeah. So after airborne, without noticing the tower, this airborne crew should reselect the frequency, change the frequency to 1252 in order to contact with approach for further clearance. For further climb, approach also maybe directs somewhere, maybe cancel SID, etc. Good, you remember. So who won't work as a pilot and who won't work as a delivery? Ojekbar, can you ask the ATC Clearance as just repeat our lesson, but just for revising? Ojekbar? Okay, who else? Okay, Suhrab?
Yes.
Okay, I will ask you as a pilot clearance, and you'll just read me this clearance from the beginning until end. Okay, include also greetings, okay?
It is,
Okay. Tashkent delivery Uzbek 411. Good evening. Destination Nukus, flight level 320.
Page 411, Tashkent delivery. Good evening. Clear to Nukus, Dodor 1 Alpha. Departure. Initially climb flight level 120, squawk 4401, slot time 0510. After airborne contact approach 135
125.2.
125.2.
Okay, good. After copying the clearance, usually there should be readback. Readback will be the same order. For example, I am pilot, I will say Uzbek 411, clear to Nukus. Our departure is Dodor 1 Alpha, yes? Departure Dodor 1 Alpha. Initial climb flight level 120, squawk 4401, slot time 0510. With airborne, contact approach 125.2. Okay, you know, this information is the same order. But there is another rule. Sorry. After repeating readback, just call sign maybe just put on last of the information. And sorry about it. Like I said, clear to Nukus, Dodor 1 Alpha departure, initially climb flight level 120, squawk 4401, slot time 0510, when airborne, contact approach 125.2, Uzbek 411. Is it clear to you? So when readback from the pilot, just give information first, and in the last word should be just call sign of crew, call sign of the aircraft. And delivery, just Tashkent delivery, maybe use one in the first contact one time, it's enough. If readback is correct, the controller may say just Uzbek 411, readback is correct. When ready, contact 121.7. It means contact with, when ready, contact with ground on 121.7. Okay, once again, Uzbek 411, readback is correct. When ready, contact ground 121.7. So it's a continue of this communication. Do you have any question about that? Shahriar?
No questions.
Is it clear to you?
Yes.
So upon just receiving pilot, this is ATC, his ATC clearance, he should read back to check it. When the readback is performed, controller should just listen carefully in order to double check just ensure just pilot copied its clearance correctly. If readback is correct, he will set just Uzbek 411 readback correct. When ready, contact 121.7. Omir says just Uzbek 411 readback is correct. For startup, contact 121.7. Contact ground Tashkent ground 121.7. So it means the walking with me is finished. When ready for startup clearance, so continue to work with ground. Okay, so with ground control communication, we will discuss in later these lessons. Just I want to tell you just the operation flight is starting with delivery. It continues step by step changes to the ATC units. Delivery, just hand over the aircraft to ground to tower, and tower just gives clearance for takeoff. And when airborne, according to the ATC clearance, the crew automatically changes the frequency to 125.2 in Tashkent. Yeah? It depends what frequency given in ATC clearance. So changes to approach and after approach control, etc. Okay. So is it clear to you? I am telling is a normal speech. Can you catch my? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you may ask any questions. For today, I want to make short lessons. Just I think this is enough for today. If you have any questions, just you may ask. If you just doubt something in the not clearly understand, just you can may ask right now. Russian version of this the communication you can also see here. Yeah, it says it's just it's for homework. Russian version. This you may just also study. I want to after finishing in the English version, we will come back to all the units of the ATC, and we will just study separately with the Russian version, connecting each to each communication changes to other. I mean, like a chain. We will make chain. We'll study with one flight, starting with obtaining ATC clearance, and taxiing, taking off, and climbing level, and descending, land, and taxi after landing. Okay. If you have no questions, I think for today is enough. I want to stop our this recording. Do you have any questions?
No.
No question. I want to stop. Then we'll discuss other questions. Okay. So, thank you very much.